So, quick note. Oh, by the way, this is Mark's Friendly Android Fanatic. And what I'm doing right now is I am leaving Denver Health, which is that nice big building right there, and adjoining buildings and so forth. See them? Pretty, huh? In the parking garage of Denver Health. And yeah, what I'm doing is I am coming down here to say thank you. Oh fuck, I forgot the main purpose I came here for. Well, they're not working anyway, so I couldn't find out the information anyways. But I did leave my phone number and my name for the nurses who helped me when I came in here on the 27th of November. And when I came in here on the 27th of November, what had happened was I was poisoned with an excessive dose of a psychotropic drug, most commonly known as LSD. I can't think of what the LSD stands for off the top of my head, but it certainly ain't Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And it definitely, without a doubt, is not lick and suck my dick. Nope, that would be a perverted thing to say, but it would be a funny acronym. LSD, lick, sack, dick. You nasty motherfucker. So anyways, it doesn't stand for none of that shit. It doesn't stand for Lips Fitz sucks dick, or Larry sucks dick, or Lucinda sucks donkeys, or labios suck dick. That means lips suck dick. Labios chupa mi verga. Lips suck my dick. Oh, yeah, lips suck my dick. Labios chupa mi verga, por favor. Lips suck my dick, please. Besa mi culo, kiss my buttocks. Or, as it's more accurately translated, kiss my motherfucking ass. Without the motherfucking. Besa mi culo, motherfucking That's the motherfucking part added in. So, anyhow, that's neither here nor there, or anywhere, or all around, because I don't care. So, we're gonna background instead of my OD mug as I'm talking to you. So then, I had come to this beautiful establishment a couple weeks ago on the 27th of November, as I already said, because somebody drugged me, and we're not going to say who, because we don't know for sure. Nobody can show or prove or know for certain who it was who infected me with such a fucked up drug. But what I do know is that one moment I was walking around down in that area over there, I think, somewhere on Lincoln Street. It was like right smack dab in the heart of downtown Denver, Colorado. Like in the middle of all the big tall skyscrapers and all that bullshit. So, what had happened after that was, somehow or another, I ended up in some dude's house, or condo, or apartment, or whatever. pretty sure it was up high. It could have been down low, but I'm almost positive it was up high. And next thing I know, like I'm walking around as if I were in an episode of Shameless, the Showtime TV show. So as I'm walking around as if I'm in this episode of Shameless, fuck, I was messed up in my head. I was not well in the brain. I was not thinking lucidly. That means my brain was not functioning at maximum or even minimum capacity. I think it was functioning enough to keep my motor functions, my involuntary motor functions, doing what they're supposed to do to a certain degree. But to another freaking degree, they were not necessarily doing what they were supposed to do because I pissed my pants. And it's not true what Billy Madison said. You're not cool until you pee your pants. That's not true. You're not cool if you pee your pants, alright? So, yeah, that was as embarrassing as it comes. I pissed in my motherfucking pants. I can't, what the fuck? 43, almost 44-year-old man pissed in his own pants. Now, you know you fucked off on drugs when you pissed your own pants. When you just, tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Fucking man, wow, that's messed up. So, as I'm sitting there in a puddle of my own blood and piss, as I used to joke around a lot about, to make that statement saying, joking around like the Jerky Boys, I ended up in some dude's apartment. Some poor guy. I was like, who the fuck is this weirdo in my apartment? And then, I got this guy saying, what the fuck are you doing in my house? And I'm like, fuck if I know. I'm like, why am I in your house? He's like, dude, I don't know. He's like, get the fuck out. I'm like, okay, yes sir, right away. I get out of his house. What's this asshole do? He calls the fuck cops. Like, what the fuck is up with motherfuckers? It was a dude who was acting like a fucking Karen. Like it was a dude Karen. Talk about a bitch. Well, fortunately for my sake and my dumbass, the cops who responded to such a call were cooler than a motherfucker. And that's really why I was down here, is I'm trying to find out who those cops were and what their names are, so I can report them for being unlike any other cops that I've ever run across, except for the ones that are my friends, or used to be my friends. Well, nonetheless, they're still my friends, even if they don't like me anymore. But, you know, when you fuck up, you tend to piss off people who, you know, are in your corner rooting for you. And then you fuck off your life in a bad way and to a certain degree, and then they get pissed because they were in your corner and blah, 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 whatever. Side trail bunny tracks. Anyways. Yeah, so, these cops acted unlike most cops I know. And they helped me. They actually went out of their way to try and help me. You know, rather than throw me in jail and just fucking let the courts deal with me. Which is what most cops, if not all other cops, would have done. They helped me. You know, I remember the female cop. She was blonde. She was, you know, sort of cute and, you know, in a cop kind of way. You know, cops don't necessarily look very attractive in their uniforms, in my opinion. But nevertheless, she had a pretty face. Wasn't really paying attention to her body, so not as if you can tell what a cop's body looks like in their uniform, because with all their body armor on and shit, they look like they all got dad bods. And nevertheless, yeah, she was really nice. And you know, I remember them questioning me, and the dude cop, he was cool too. You know, he was a, you know, decent looking dude, nice guy. I think he was sort of balding, maybe, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But what does matter is how much they went out of their way to try and help. You know, me, being the idiot that I was at the time, was trying trying not to fuck up, you know what I mean? Because I knew I was not in my right state of mind. I knew that for sure. I didn't know why I wasn't in my right state of mind. I didn't know what had happened to me to cause me to be out of my right state of mind. I just knew that I was fucked up in the head and I didn't know why. So they're asking me, did you take any drugs? I was like, I don't think so. And they're like, well, do you take drugs? And I'm like, what my doctor gives me, I think. And like, it was so challenging to even get those sentences out of my fucking mouth. Like, my brain to the mouth connection was totally not being made. It was the most horrible feeling you could imagine experiencing, because just imagine trying to talk but not knowing the words to say. Imagine normally being used to being fairly articulative in the way that you express yourself verbally, vocally, and in other manners such as musically and through martial arts or through expressions of love, gifts of kindness, acts of kindness, and so forth. As you can see, I'm fairly articulate in the way that I express myself through the variable ways that one can adequately express himself, through actions, through verbals, through verbalization, through words, through freaking signs and wonders, and through other signs, and through, other expressions of kindness such as a hug or a kick in the ass. But nonetheless, I can do all of those things, and I do so with a fair amount of elegance. So maybe it didn't wear off totally. I'm just kidding. But nonetheless, it's late and I'm kind of tired too. Who cares? But anyways, my point is that I can express myself right now. Normally, I'm used to being able to express myself, and that's usually not a problem. It doesn't come with or at great difficulty. It's just something that's easily done by me, and I just rolls off the tongue, and whatever. But at that time, for me to even say 5 words together in a way that was adequate to express whatever it was that I was feeling was 100% impossible, or about 98% impossible. And I don't even know if I could even express just how fucked up I felt in my head. It was like being trapped inside yourself. It was like me being trapped inside myself. I knew stuff, but I didn't know stuff. I tried to express things, but I didn't know how to express them. It's like only having half or even a tenth of the thought that I would normally have in my mind, but then only having like 1% of the ability to express whatever tenth of a thought was in my mind. Fuck, it was horrible. It was so horrible. I remember Raquel asking me fairly frequently, who I was. Did I know where I was? Did I know who the president was? Fuck no. I knew that the president used to be Donald Trump, and that I fucking hated his guts because he's a worthless sack of shit. Could I express that verbally? Hell no. Not a chance. Nonetheless, I tried. And Raquel seemed to understand me. At least I felt that way. She talked to me and got information from me by asking me the right questions. Like, when were you born? I would shake my head. I don't fucking know. Oh my God, I was so messed up in the brain. And she goes, what month were you born? December. I knew that much. She goes, what year were you born? 1977. She's like, okay, good. All right. And she goes, do you know your name? I'm like, yeah. Oh my God, it was horrible. Could you imagine forgetting your own fucking name? I knew Aaliyah's name. I knew Cheyenne's name. I knew Tim's name. I knew Danny's and James's name. I knew Melina's name. I knew Michana's name. Well, I knew Hananim, but not Ranya Hanahuri. I couldn't say that shit, that's for damn sure. But nevertheless, and whatever other fucking weird words I want to say, or combination of worms. But anyways, yeah, I was totally wrecked. I was like a train wreck in my mind, and I derailed, and I didn't know how to get my ass back on the tracks. But the nice lady, nurse people, Raquel, and Victoria, both very, 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 very much so helped me with a great amount of care and kindness. They did a great job at doing their job. Like, I love them. They're awesome. So, yeah, they were so nice to me. And they were very good at bringing me back from the brink of total mind wreckage, fucking fucked offness, stupidity, retardation, dummy-dum-dum-ness. Yeah, they saved me from turning into a mentally challenged retard, for lack of a better set of words. My apologies to anybody who I may have insulted in saying that, but thanks, ladies. Much love to you. You can't see me. Whoa! Just kidding. But yeah, seriously. If ever you want, I could give you a phone number to somebody. Because I love my wife and I belong to her and her alone, so since Ben would not go on with me and be going on with somebody else, but I think I might know some handsome fellas if ever you ladies are in the market and seeking. I'll point you in the right direction, but it would most definitely be away from me and towards somebody else. No offense. So this has been Mark, your friendly Android fanatic and acid enthusiast now, I guess. Involuntarily. Peace out.
So this is me driving up fucking Berthoud Pass in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night, I go driving through the snow in the fucking Dodge Magnum I know. Even though it is treacherous, something so undefined. It's a stupid piece of shit. I mean the road and not my car. In the middle of the night, walking in the middle of the, I go walking in the middle of the, I go walking in the middle of the night. This road is fucking slippery. I could go around a corner and slip and die. Even though I am so dumb for making this drive for some dipshit. I should have my head examined for doing something so stupid in the middle of the night. I left at 8 o'clock this fucking morning, and it is now 6:30 in the evening, and I'm still fucking driving. Why? Because I didn't sleep very much last night. I slept about 4 hours, and then making this drive is fucking tiring, and I'm gonna run out of gas on my way back probably. Fortunately, I've got a fucking customer who's nice enough to offer to run me up some gas in the case that I run out of gas. When I get down to a quarter tank, I'm gonna pull over and ask him for such assistance. I'm just hoping that I don't have to fucking do that. There's like $10 left in my PayPal card. Alright, we're at the top of the hill. Now we can just coast the whole way down. So, there's about $10 left in my PayPal account. And I tried to put that in fuel into the car at the gas station at 5:40 p.m. 5:40 p.m. This piece of shit gas station was closed. And I watched the freaking dipshits walk out of the fucking gas station at 5:40 p.m. Now, who closes their shop at 5:40 p.m.? Because there was customers in there with them before that. So I know that they were open up until 5:40 p.m. So I'm guessing they probably close at 6, which is ridiculous in and of itself, but still, nonetheless, if they had actually closed at 6 like they're supposed to, then guess what? I would have been able to go in the store and pay for some gas, because that was the last fucking gas station between Granby and fucking wherever the fuck. I think Idaho Springs. Yeah. So I gotta make it from Granby to Idaho Springs, which is about 80 miles or so, on a fucking quarter tank of gas, or technically a quarter tank, since when I get down to a quarter tank, that means I'm out of gas, because of this piece of shit aftermarket O'Reilly Auto Parts junk fuel pump I put in my car. I was told it was OEM equivalent. I should know better. Anything in the aftermarket when it comes to fuel pumps, clutches, and other major electrical components are worthless pieces of garbage. All they do is take a used one and they try to fix it and refurbish it and make it look better. And who gives a fuck if it actually works? Who gives a fuck if the gas gauge, the fuel gauge is accurate? But yeah. Fuck. These corners are tighter than a motherfucker. Tighter than a freaking 12-year-old virgin. I wouldn't know nothing about that, because that's just gross. But it makes the point, right? So, let me post my phone so I don't fucking crash. So there, now I can talk. So, anyways, yeah, I'm gonna post this up to my YouTube channel, because I want everyone to know just what a freaking bunch of douchebags this auto repair place that a guy named Cody runs up in Granby. I went out of my way and sacrificed a $2,000 job that I should have delivered to Grand Junction, instead of bringing these guys their transmission, because Granby's way the fuck out of the way, and I never should have volunteered to bring it. Had I not, I would be doing just fine right now. I'd have $2,000 cash in my pocket instead of a freaking $600 check that's pretty much worthless to me right now, because our account got closed because of some technicalities that I'm not going to get into, but just know that my account is temporarily closed until we get the issue with it resolved. And because of that, the ability that I once had to just be able to deposit a check and then wait, 3 to 5 days or whatever it takes to make the check clear, being given $100 advance on it or whatnot, it's gone now. And this person wrote a check out of an account that's in fucking Texas. Fucking Texas. What the fuck was I thinking, taking a check from a guy whose account is based out of Texas? I wasn't thinking, that's my problem. I was trying to be a nice person. I was trying to fucking do right by what was my wholesale account.
And I thought by doing so, I would gain the business of, some, if not most, or all of the automotive shops and parts suppliers in Granby, Colorado, to Tabernash, to Winter Park, to Fraser, and everywhere in between. But no, these guys pissed me off so bad because I asked the guy, hey, where can I cash this check up here? And he tells me you can go to such and such bank. I go to that bank, they're fucking closed at 4 o'clock. They're closed. Fuck, who closes their bank at 4 o'clock on a fucking, Tuesday or Wednesday? And then, it's a fucking joke. Anyway, so then he's like, well, maybe you can take it to Cody, the guy who owns the shop, and have him cash it for you. He knows my checks are good. Well, I asked him if he'd cash the check, and he tells me no, because this whole ordeal has cost him so much hassle that, he's unwilling to fucking help me out and cash the check, even though he knows it's a good check, and there'd be no